said he had something to tell me. Something was pressing. I'm starting to get the team together, y'all. Woo-hoo. I think I'm gonna start. I'm start doing my show. I'm waiting on my man to call me back. I'm start doing my show. I want to say at 7 in the morning Eastern time and 9 at night. 79, 79. Damn, should I do 69 show? The 69 show? That's kind of nasty. I don't know if I should do a 69 show. But because I want to try to get y'all on y'all morning drive. I want to try to get people on that morning drive. And I need to get up early in the morning to get myself out of bed. But I want to be up. I want to do my show kind of late so I can catch the people when everything is slowing down. So I'm trying to see what's going on, Shirley. Shirley. Hey, y'all help me out. What time y'all think I should do? I want to do a morning show and a night show. I want to do a morning drive show, and I want to do a night show. I don't want it to be too late, but I want it to be. Y'all. I got my call back. Y'all. JB. Oh, hold on, folks. JB.
Yo, what's happening, man?
Yeah, hey, man, we live, man. What's going on, folks?
That much, man. Something happened today.
So, hey, look. I got my hat on right now. I got my UGA hat on right now. What done happened? You know what I'm saying?
Chill. Hey, what you know about them Miami boys?
Wait, hold on. So, wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Miami just gave Drew an offer.
Miami just offered Andrew, man.
So hold on, man.
Yeah, bro.
So do I need to take my Georgia hat off?
Oh, nah, you never got
Now look, I got some more hats. Now look, hold on, I took my Georgia hat off. I got an Alabama hat I can put on. I can put that one on.
No.
Well, hold on now. Wait, I got an Ohio hat. I can.
I ain't saying nothing about Ohio.
We ain't saying nothing about that.
No, I ain't saying nothing about Ohio.
So I have to go out and buy me a Miami hat.
Yeah. Like Shannon Sharp. Yeah.
Ah. Hold on. How did this happen? How did this come about, dog? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me introduce the folks. So look, the guy we talking about right now, this is one of my homeboys. We played ball together. His son he should be the #1 athlete in the state of Georgia for the 2027 class. He already got a few offers. He just got an offer today from the University of Miami, the Hurricanes. So this is big. My guy's in the 9th grade. He hasn't even touched the field for his 10th grade season yet, but he's already doing big things. He plays offense, defense. He can play safety, cornerback. I believe he can play linebacker. He can play running back, wide receiver, and they probably can do some wildcat with him at quarterback if they wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Good times.
So because I ain't never heard nothing about Miami. We've been talking about other schools going different. How did Miami just pop up like this?
Well, technically, they didn't pop up. We got an agency called it's called I think Dog Pound.
Mm-hmm.
They're a recruiting agency that we're dealing with out of Augusta, Georgia, right? And they let us know last year during the season that they invited them down to a football game. Well, at the time, like I told you, all of the everything that we're doing right now is on our dime.
Yeah.
It was tough trying to, get to do his high school game on Friday night, and then turn around and hop on a flight and go to a Miami game, and then come back, have him rested for school. So this was during the season last year. I'm interested in him.
Okay.
So the biggest.
Boy, you been holding out on me. Boy, you been holding out on me. See what I'm talking about? See how you do? Y'all see how you do?
But but we didn't go anywhere, so it really wasn't big news. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cause you just like, okay, and you got a lot going on. There's a lot of schools reaching out, so it's like you always feeding me something, and it probably just got caught up in the, because y'all got a lot of stuff swirling around.
Yeah. I would like to think so anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, so I'm gonna give you touche on this because y'all talked about getting even though your son is doing his thing and he's proving that he can play on a high level in all-star games, all that kind of stuff. Y'all still decided to get a recruiting service.
We did because last year we played at a Class A school.
All right.
That means that's the division down in Georgia. It was single A basically, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And unlike like 4A, 3A, 5A and 6A, they really don't have the resource to have like a recruiting department.
Okay.
Not to say the coaches don't do a good job, but everybody can, you can have help, right?
Yeah.
So that's all we did. We just wanted him to have an opportunity like anybody else. So if we need to pay a little bit extra to say, okay, we'll hire a recruiting company or agency or whatnot, that's pretty much what we did. You know what I mean? Just to, cut them up, seeing the film out, and let people know that, hey, down in this small town, you got football being played. So,
so that's what they do for y'all. They send this film out to different coaches in schools.
Yeah, they'll shop them around a little bit, and
So-
they'll be the first contact to like different schools that want to talk to them. Unless instead of them just calling the high school coach, they can call their agency. And then it go from there.
Oh, and so that work because sometimes relationships get severed. So if you got an agency, they still gonna work for y'all because y'all paying them.
That's a fact.
If
They'll
a coach,
be that neutral voice, exactly.
yeah, I remember a dude in high school that I knew personally. Him and his coach ended up getting to it after the playoffs, and he was invited to a all-star game, and the coach didn't tell him nothing about it.
And see, that's that human element, right?
Yeah.
You wanna, no matter how good or how, no matter how good you think your child is or how trusted you feel like a coach is, at the end of the day, you still got a human element in there, right? So if you have conflict and things of that nature, the coach is gonna be human. You want him to be a super person, while at the same time, if they don't like your child or they don't like you, sometimes that bleeds over, right?
Yeah, or if you ask them to go to a place and they can't make it, they might say, okay, well, since you couldn't make it to this, I'm not gonna do this.
I'm not gonna. There you go. And I'm not saying that happened because I don't believe that is. While at the same time, you kind of hire a middleman to take care of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, so what I will say is, we were under the impression that Miami could be a possibility. I'll say, right?
All right.
But they actually, I think they went to a school today. They visited them. I think they're going to spring practice. And at the end of the day, man, they chose to pull that trigger.
Hey, y'all look, y'all gotta let me see this right here for me is personal, right? So I'm talking to this guy the other day on the phone. We talking about Central Florida, and we talking about what's that? South Florida, the Bulls.
South Florida.
South Florida. That's the conversation we had the other day. He called me today talking about Miami just off. Bro, yeah, and I want y'all to think about this. My man already got an offer from Georgia and Miami. Them for Arkansas and UAB, right?
Yeah.
So for us growing up in Georgia, the big schools for us was Georgia, Miami, and Florida State. And some people, some got some Florida fans. But before you even get to your junior year, you got an offer from Georgia and Miami, bro. I'm loving this right here, bro. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I gotta go on a visit. I gotta go on one of these visits now. Y'all gotta squeeze me in. Y'all just make up somebody. I'm his therapist or something. Give me something. Let me get on the bus.
Man, it's fine, man. You just let me know, or I'll just keep you in the loop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you the interesting thing about the timing of all this, right? So, like I said, you got the human element, right? My son, the interesting part of it is, 3 of his offers came before the season last year, and one of his offers came after the season, right?
All right.
So, like right now, this is considered the open time. They call it open space for college football coaches, their personnel and their recruit departments to go out and visit, go out, do a lot of recruiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in this time frame, it's been different schools and just a lot of movement. Schools that came to his school, colleges that came to school, but they went and offered players at bigger schools like 6A, 5A schools. And he was seeing that, and there was other 27 kids, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday he was kind of showing his hand. He was a little down. Of course, you were ninth grade and all that thing. But when you see your other people, your other co-parts around you that start to get offers and things of that nature, regardless of what you have, you still look around like, wait a minute now. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting in the work, and I'm looking at them. They doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what's going on? Like they may not have played varsity last year, but he did. Right?
Yeah.
And they're getting offers, but he don't understand that. And this is one of the components about recruiting. If you got a kid that's about 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", and they already got a weight that's 220, 230, they'll get an early offer than a kid that my son is 5'10", 185, 183, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a skill position. You can't coach size. You know that.
Yeah.
And see, he's looking at other kids that's so big around him, but he's not understanding. Like, look, son, they may not have the film yet, but their size, a lot of them are positions that a lot of kids don't get to be in. You know what I'm saying? You get one.
Yeah. Like it's only so many 300-pounders. There's only so many 6'5" guys. So
right.
If they see you already about to fill out, they're gonna probably go ahead and try to lock you in. If you a big guy, before they even really see your tape, long as your grades lining up and you a big guy, they want to try to get you at least in the house, your name circulating.
Let's get him in our pipeline so we can keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
You was like you were telling me when you was in high school. I think you said you were in 8th, 9th grade. You was about 5'10",
Mm-hmm.
like 9th, 10th grade year. So when you look at that and you look at you playing safety or you playing corner, you got that kind of size. It's almost a win-win that at some point you're going to get a big offer.
Yeah.
Size alone.
Yeah. Because some of these guys, some of these top corners and stuff, they coming in at 165 and that's their senior year.
Right.
So if he already 180 and he had a ninth grade about to hit his 10th grade year, he's already at the size for his position. He's already right there, ahead of the game.
The way I explain it to him, I tell him that at this point he's tall enough not to be considered short, and he's heavy enough not to be considered light.
Exactly.
And that's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, so he fine right now if he stay where he at right now, or if he get a little bigger. But what'd be too big for his skill position?
I think if he leaves high school and he is above 215, because I don't know if it's high to get over 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be enough. Like if he get 6'1", about 215, he'll be able to do anything he need to do. If he's below 6'1", because he's at 5'10" now, as long as he don't get over about 215, 210, I think we're operating in a good space.
I got a video of Bruin right now with his highlights and stuff. I checked out his Instagram today, and I'm having flashback watching some of the highlights from the All-Star game stuff he played in, and I noticed he was playing cornerback and safety in those All-Star games.
Correct.
So do you still think he got the full speed and the skill sets to play corner?
Absolutely, man. How you doing? Absolutely. Like he's in a position right now where it's less about him having a skill set and more about the coaching, right? Because he's still young.
Yeah.
So you still coach him into being what you need him to be. It's just he's got the early got a lot of the early mechanics. You know what I'm saying? Where he's already been doing things, so his IQ is already up to par. At this point, a coach just come in and just mold him into being what they want him to be.
Okay, so they just kind of teach.
Corner, running back.
Yeah, they just teach them they play. But hold on one second. So what we talking about right now, y'all? The guy I've been telling y'all about, Andrew Beard II. He just got an offer from the University of Miami. He just got an offer. He already got some offers on the table. This kid, I'm telling y'all, he's gonna be. Right now he's pegged to be the #1 athlete coming out of the state of Georgia. I told y'all last year we got another guy that's like another Boo Carter. He's that kind of guy. So he can play offense, defense, just wherever you need him at, he can go there and do a great job for your football team. So tell me this: would you want him to be able to do some of the stuff they do in Colorado with Travis Hunter playing both ways, or would you want him to just stay on one side of the ball once he gets to college?
I mean, you know, like I said, I'm a dad, right? So of course I would prefer for him to be, you know, on one side of the ball. You know what I mean? Because you know you don't want the usage rates to be, you know, just over exaggerated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you know he's in a position where the demand is for him to play both sides of the ball, I mean it is what it is, right? I'm not his coach anymore. Those days are behind me, so you know it's about what's best for him and the team that he goes to.
So if you lean into what position, safety or running back, what you leaning to? Or even corner.
Honestly, you know that's an interesting question because when we train, you know what I'm saying, as dad, I try to train him to be well-rounded, right?
Okay.
So I lean to him to be. Thank you. I lean for him to be the best football player he can be. Like I never looked at it and said, okay, I want him to be the best running back in the state. No, I didn't look at it and say I want him to be the best safety, corner, receiver, any of them. I knew by him doing some of everything, it'll give him the opportunity to be something, right? And if he can do everything at a high level, our original goal would be the #1 athlete in the nation. From the end of his 8th grade year, we said, hey, we're going to go for the #1 athlete in the nation instead of picking a position. I'm not your coach. You see what I'm saying? I'm not your coach.
So that goal is on the table. Y'all want to be the #1 athlete in the nation.
We want to be the #1 athlete in the nation by the time 2027 comes.
And this crowd asking the question. They say, did CU offer him? Have y'all heard anything from Colorado yet?
Colorado? No, man, we hadn't heard anything from Colorado. Like I said, it's really early in the game. You know, what I do understand is location is everything, right? We're in the South, right? So, not to say Colorado doesn't recruit in the South, because we both understand that they do. But as of right now, there's no reason to recruit a 9th grader that hasn't really got on the grid nationwide. I think right now he's still regional, and you know I think the South gets to take advantage of a lot of our regional players.
Yeah, now I feel like next year, when y'all make this transition to this next school, they already got a chemistry with this quarterback. Him and the quarterback played in the All-Star game. Look, y'all check this out. This quarterback and Andrew played in the All-Star game together. It's first time in history where the freshmen beat the sophomores. And correct me if I'm wrong, they had a rotating system where they rotated the quarterbacks and the running backs, right?
That's right.
Every time your son was in the game with his quarterback that he's going to be playing with this year, they scored, right?
Yep, they were the only one that scored.
The only one, they was the only tandem that scored.
Right.
Every time it was a game.
It was a quarterback, running back rotation. It was a three rotations. So every third series, they had an opportunity to, make their mark, and they did every time.
Y'all, that's what I'm trying to say. How efficient he is. Like I done watched the dude play. He don't take no plays off. He don't have missteps. From what I'm seeing, I'm not finna make it seem like he walking on water. But from what I see, he already got a game like how Juju Lewis is smooth for his age and how he had to jump up. I feel like Andrew's on that same kind of trajectory where he's gonna be so skilled with his class, he's gonna have to almost play up with other kids because it won't be fair. I remember you told me that story about the All-Star game, and the coach kind of separated him. Could you tell that story for the people?
Okay, so we went to the FBU game, right? That was down in Florida. That's the football university I was telling you about.
All right.
Which was last year. That was the Adidas All-American, freshman All-American game.
Okay.
To be specific, that's what it was. So during practice, after practice, I'm looking at him in practice, and he was doing more communicating, right? He was talking to the other players more, was directing. You know how the safety in the secondary makes secondary calls.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's kind of like the coach in the secondary, if you will.
I
Right?
got you.
So after practice, I asked coach. I said, hey, I'm like, I'm looking at what's going on, and I'm seeing that, I'm just seeing how practice is going along, and I'm trying to figure out, what is Andrew's role? Like, what is he doing? Because I noticed that the coach is not fussing at him, or coaching him hard. He's more or less talking to him and directing him. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't, I just want to see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And the coach told me, he said, look, man, he was like, when you come to an All-Star game, he was like, some kids are here to get better. Some kids are here to, measure their skills with other kids along their same skill set. He was like, with your son, he says, not that your son is a finished product. He was like, but at this stage of his career, he needs to be more vocal. We need to work on leadership. We need to work on things that you come to an All-Star game and don't necessarily get taught. So he let me know that he needs to work on being more vocal. So if he has it between his ears, he needs to let it come out of his mouth and teach other kids. You know what I'm saying? So being a leader, that's really what he was saying. And I thought that was unique.
No, I'm talking about the story when you told me he was gonna play with some kids, and the coach said, "Well, no, we ain't gonna let him play with this group of kids because we let him play with them. They're gonna have too much talent on that. We got to kind of separate the talent."
That was that was 7th grade, right? That was Georgia Elite with Rusty Manziel. So that season right there, what I was telling you at that time, so he played GFL. So it's GFL kind of like a Pop Warner team, right?
And hold on 1 second. Yeah, I seen the well-off media video, and I seen Coach Prime say he got 10 years in him. He might be at Colorado for 10 years. And I told people he been trying to come out a little bit more, talking about staying in Colorado. So now he finally starting to put it out there. He gonna be at Colorado for 10 years. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so what ended up happening was, I wanted him to play with his teammates, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, this is an All-Star game. I want him to play with his teammates. I want him to have fun. Mm-hmm. And the coach said that, both, yes, it's an All-Star game, and yes, all the kids are pretty good. He was like, while at the same time, your son needs to go on the opposite team to balance off the competition. And I was really interested. At first, I was still agitated because I wanted him to play with his friends. Right.
Because they already got that chemistry and they know each other, so the timing and everything gonna be right.
That's how I'm looking at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the coach said, hey, for this game, that's not what we need. We need him to be here. So now as dad, I have to capitulate, right? Yeah. I have to humble myself and believe in what the coach is saying. Now Andrew didn't like it, my wife didn't like it, I didn't like it. But just because we don't like it, that's not the best thing for him. And as soon as we let him do it, he ended the game with a touchdown and 130-yard rushing. And they won the game. So and they weren't going in to be the better team, right?
So I want y'all to understand what he just said now. They went to an All-Star game. He came with a group of guys. He thought he was going to play with the group of guys that he normally play with. They say, no, you can't play with them. We're going to put you over here. So we can even out the talent.
Competition, right.
His team still won. Did he get offensive MVP that game?
He did.
He got offensive MVP that game, and he didn't play with his normal guys. If he would have played with his normal guys, they probably would have blew the other team out, and that would not have been good for TV.
Right.
So that's why the coach said, look here, hey, hold on. I know we all stars, but we're going to put you over here. Because all stars ain't created equally. Like Coach Brian say, all gold jackets ain't created equally. And you saw it again once they played against the sophomores. Every time he was in the game, they scored and they beat the sophomores. So when I'm telling y'all, I know this is my partner's son, and I'm geeked because this is my partner's son. I done seen him since he was a little kid. But I'm telling y'all, I know when I see talent. And he got something different going on, y'all. So I'm putting y'all on game early so we can be a part of this process. I'm going to let y'all see this process with me. A lot of people don't never really get to see a 4-star, 5-star guy go through the recruiting process. So y'all finna go through this with me so y'all can see it. I'm going to try to go on some visits and stuff if I can. And so y'all can see some behind-the-scenes stuff, what goes on. So that's what I'm working on, man. It's your man, Big Tiger, y'all. I'm trying to bring y'all the news y'all can use. And I'm going live tonight, y'all. I'm going live tonight at 9 o'clock. I got some stuff coming out. We got some rankings that came out. We're going to talk about Coach Prime and his 10 years. Is he going to do the whole 10 years at Colorado? Or are he going to get Colorado 3 or 5? And he going to go somewhere else? We're going to talk about that tonight. And we got the Big Ten rankings came out today, too. So we're going to talk about that. And we got the top wide receiver groups that came out today. And guess who's not on the list? Colorado. Colorado receiving corps is not on the list, y'all. So I think we got to talk about this tonight. I will see y'all tonight at 9 o'clock. Hey, JB, you got anything else you got for the people?
Yeah, man. I appreciate anybody that's tuning in to Big Tiger. You know what I mean? I appreciate the opportunity that you give me, that you give my son, my family to, just come on here and just have fun. And just spread the word, man. It's just a blessed situation for us to be in. I'm humble and appreciate it, man. You're doing a great job, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, we're going to have to take the Georgia hat off. Hey, put the U up in there. Hey, we got to put the U up in there. Coach Hayes. Holla at your boy, Coach Hayes. Hey, y'all be good. Hey, appreciate you, JB.
Hey, take it easy, brother.
All right, one.